and I go fishing.
Well, we'll see how it goes. They've got the wrong spawns.
I thought so too, but I'm just going based off the spawns they did. We'll see if they catch it and they do a reload or not.
All right. For now, I'm just going to swap the screen back. But this is not what is shown. These spawns are not what's shown in the... Oh, for God's sake. This is here too?
When they did map...
God.
When they did map picks and bans, for those of you who don't understand, each team can ban a map, and then they go through and they pick a map, and then the opposite team picks a spawn. And then they flip, and then they... So, whichever... I don't remember which one picked which spawn on this map, but obviously they went with the opposite because they didn't notice it, and they're playing it, so oh well.
All right, we'll run it through. All right, spawning in the green on the north spawn again here is TSYM fielding Conde. I mean, I guess they're just gonna keep going flagships until they're out. Conde Colbert and Venezia for some cruisers. Triple Destroyer, Elbing, Daring, Druid, and Yu Yang. A nice mix there. I'm betting if I look, that's probably a radar Yang. It is indeed.
Yep, Quadruple Destroyer actually, and the Elbing is using a unique upgrade. So the Elbing is cosplaying as a cruiser.
Okay. Well, I mean, Elbing is a cruiser, really. I mean, the stuff that thing can do to light cruisers is obscene, Zath. Obscene.
Right, and now it's a better cruiser.
Indeed. All right, talk to me about the quality lineup here on the south side.
So quality to the south. I love this. They are bringing with them a Shimakaze. Now the Shimakaze is rocking the 12 kilometers. They've got another Elbing of their own with the unique upgrade. There's a Druid. We got our Edgar with radar and Venezia. Our first time seeing a Smolensk this game, Raptor, this tournament. This is 13 points, so it's on par with the Venezia.
Wow.
Point-wise. And a Z52, which is also
that's wild.
13 points.
It's wild to see a Smolensk, Zath. I'm so used to seeing those, to not seeing, because the ship is like not readily available or whatever. They're basically banned in King of the Sea because not everybody can get one.
Right.
Interesting.
And to be quite frank, you know, it's a ship that does well in randoms as long as it's got somebody pushing into it and spotted. But in a tournament format, it feels a little odd. I would agree. I wouldn't expect to see Smolensks in King of the Sea, for example. Like, even if it was allowed, I wouldn't see people playing it. Maybe the old 07 because they used to run Wooster Comp, but you know.
All right. Well, early deployments. Everybody going heavy to A here. 5 ships from each team lurking around the A cap. The one kind of loner here would be the TSYM Daring. That's Mac, all alone here in the middle of the board, being very bold.
Well, it kind of makes sense. You know, he's got radio location. You can see he's just luck chucking towards that radio location. The enemy's got a Z42. So the last thing you want to do is bump into that.
Yu Yang Yu Yang radar going up over on the 2 line, coming up empty. Dummies
change in a second.
Yep. Dummies Hydro picking up these Shimakaze torpedoes before they're able to do anything. They just catch a glimpse of Requiem here, way over on the on the map of the edge of the map. Is now counter radar coming out, picking up Joey's Yang.
Yes, and we get the all-familiar Venn diagram drawn on the ocean.
Indeed. Yu Yang radar disappearing, but Edgar radar has 40 more seconds left to run. Joey's going to take some punishment here.
Oh, here comes some sap.
How has he taken no damage until that moment? That was crazy.
Big hits on the Venezia, though. Conde responding, saying, "Leave my friend alone."
Wen's Druid just sailing boldly into the A cap, shooting the whole time. Taking a little bit of punishment from Melody's Elbing over here, and now the Elbing taking some punishment from the Edgar in return.
The wonderful thing about Druid is you just go someplace and you dare them to take you out.
I gotta say, Zath,
that spot is so great.
If I'm that Edgar, that Elbing scares the bejesus out of me.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and the Elbing's in a perfect position to have broadside on the Edgar too. So you can see the Edgar's Not going to stick around through the duration of the smoke. He's going to get out and start backing off immediately. If you think about it, Quality got what they needed. They got the A cap.
They got the
now
cap.
The timer's ticking.
Yep.
For standard.
Not quality.
Standard
I don't know.
quality?
I don't want to say that. It's kind of rude. It's kind of rude to say not quality. Performance. There we go.
Performance versus quality.
Performance versus quality. That's how we're going to sell this. There it is. Thank you. Well done. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, I mean, for Team Green here, for TSYM, it's absolutely going to be a big challenge to break back into the A cap, given the way TSYMQ is deployed here. The Elbing caught on the surface, going to trade shots with the Druid. I don't think the Druid's going to like that exchange. Although, admittedly, the Elbing might not like it as much either because the Druid's got friends.
Well, I was just gonna say,
goodness.
That's the only difference right there, but that's a big difference, as you can see. And Wenru just holding down left mouse button, he doesn't care.
Melody,
he's going to keep shooting because what else is there to shoot at? Nothing.
Melody coughs up about 20,000 health in exchange for about maybe 8 or 10 on the Druid. Doesn't feel like a very good trade.
Nope. I have a feeling that the Elbing's AP was overpenning the Druid, whereas the Druid's AP was full penning the Elbing. That's a big difference.
Conde is well spotted, charging down the one line here. A whole bunch of torpedoes in front of him. He can spot them all. His Hydro's running. He's just got to plot a course through them.
You know, when you've got that timer ticking, you know, you've got a couple minutes before the panic really starts to set in. And once that happens, it's like, okay, we got to make a play. Where's the play going to come from? Melody in trouble. Melody being shot at again by the Druid.
Oh, man. How did Melody survive that on 800 HP? But look at the daring. Look at Max daring.
Daring came in.
The daring has come all the way through the middle of the board now, Zath.
Sure.
And is going to be able, possibly, to off the Druid.
Well, he's got to be careful not to off himself at the process.
Yeah.
Edgar crawling up.
He's got to be very, very careful. That Edgar is very close. This cannot be a comfortable place for this daring. The Edgar is close.
But they got it. They're going to get the Druid.
They're going to get the Druid. Oh, the Druid's got to heal off now. They can't spot him in there. They're bringing in the Venezia and the Yang. The Yang's radar should be... No, the Yang's radar's down.
Yep, the daring is continuing to fish. Actually connecting.
Druid's out. Druid,
goes.
They got the fire they needed right as the Venezia steps into the cap. And so now, can they extract this daring? I'm betting not, Zath. He's radared.
Well,
he's about to...
There's an Edgar right there.
Well, and the Elbing can't help him anymore. If Melody hadn't coughed up so much HP earlier, there might have been a scenario where the Elbing could have covered the friendly Druid here, but it's not going to happen. In fact, Melody, also caught by that radar, may go out.
Yep. So Performance loses the daring. Melody's got to be very careful.
And now the Venezia into a close battle.
Flying.
TSYM getting bold here, making an aggressive A push. But it cost them a little too much for the moment. Let's see if they can get this. Let's see if Quality can get this Edgar out of here.
The big question is the Conde. Can they get the Conde in a position to do anything? He's way too far away.
He's so far back now. He's just not impactful on the game. Edgar popping one of his fancy super heals. Oh, he's always been ticking
Colbert
it.
getting in on this. Venezia's about to go down.
The Venezia now under 3K and falling. 1K going out right here. Wow.
Yep. Huge kill for Quality.
Solid. A solid push from TSYM, but it just cost them too much. Because, I mean, Melody's basically dead. You can't do anything with this Elbing except protect it. Zath, I think TSYM has found their W keys collectively.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it was a good attempt at a push. I think the big thing was they put the Conde on the one line, and Quality's like, yeah, okay, fine. You can have the one line. We'll take the rest of the map. Feels
like the Colbert sold his ship to try to get this Edgar kill. He is going to get it, but it's going to cost him his own ship.
Yep. And that's going to leave the door wide open for the B cap.
Yep. Melody, the closest ship to B for TSYM, not going to be able to rotate back and do very much with only 830 health. Zath, I think you said it earlier, and I think you said it best. This Conde on the one line just has not been impactful or enough for a flagship for a ship that you spend this kind of points on.
No. Not at all. Not at all. All right. Well, Joey Zhu Yang catches the Shimakaze on radar. That's neat. but I just don't know that it's going to do anything.
Well, it might. Conde's actually going to be doing a decent job of dodging these torps, and he's going to come in with a good salvo on the Shima there.
His reload booster is available in 6 seconds.
But look at the cross torps on this Conde, right? Like, he can't... He's been trying to dodge all these Shima torps. He's going to manage it, and then he's got to turn to dodge... These are Elbing torps, and he's managed that too. I'm impressed, Sath. I'm impressed.
Someone needs to put that people gif of him, like, you know,
turning
the steering wheel hard all over the place.
Like literally
That's
just
what's happened.
flipping the wheel. Flipping the wheel at high speed, doing his thing.
Now, Venezia might turn into deep waters if he speeds up.
I think the Venezia is going to burn down long before that happens.
Yeah, they don't have the range anyways. Well, Venezia's at
I'm sorry. I'm saying
21K.
Venezia and looking at the Conde. That's my bad.
Conde. No worries.
Conde should probably going to go out right here. Yep.
Saps up.
Well, Zath, look, go ahead.
Quality doesn't even care about the B cap. They're like,
no,
you keep ticking. We're just gonna go and kill the rest of your team.
I saw that too. I was like, I guess they're just like, screw it. Let's just go murder them. Well, TSYMQ is going to win this game as they've knocked out all of the opposing cruisers. All that's left are a handful of destroyers. They look really good here in the early going, Zath. I almost feel like with this series, Zath, it feels like you're seeing like maybe kind of the two different philosophies, right? TSYM coming in hard and heavy, flagships in every game, in each of these two games, but you didn't get the sense that they really had a good grasp on them. Yeah, the Venezia's gonna need some deep waters and go out here.
He'll take the one.
Just the one.
And be fine.
I'm surprised just the one. And now,
he just pulverizes the druid.
And it just destroys this poor druid. Yep. The last survivor on this team, Zath, is going to be Melody's Elbing on 830 hit points.
Well, of course, because they told him to play careful. Fly casual, you know, and that's what he did.
I liked, once TSYM was down a ship, on this map, I liked the aggression of, hey, let's get into A. And they did, and rotating the daring through, I liked the play. But it felt like maybe they didn't have a plan for then what, right? Like, okay, we brought people through the middle of the map, we got the cap, or, you know, whatever. But how do I get this daring out alive? That seemed like not really a factor.
Right. You know, I gotta say it's gonna be interesting to see. I have a feeling that the reason why we saw the super ships being used by TSYM is because, or the flagships, maybe they don't expect to advance beyond today, and so they just want to play with the ships and see what they can make happen. Which is fine.
But everybody plays beyond today. Everybody plays tomorrow, Zath.
Are you sure?
Yes, I looked at it.
Okay.
There's 16. There's 16 seat spots. Everybody plays tomorrow.
All right. So maybe they just don't expect to get far in the tournament anyway.
Now that may be. I don't know. Maybe they're just like, screw it. Let's get in here and have a good time. I don't know. I can't answer that. Interesting.